ghostly hitchhiker driving home late one night. I saw a hitchhiker on the side of the road. The night was cold, and a gentle mist hung in the air, casting an eerie glow under the moonlight. A hitchhiker, a young man dressed in old-fashioned clothes, stood with his thumb out, looking forlorn and vulnerable, feeling a pang of sympathy. I pulled over and offered him a ride. His face lit up with gratitude as he climbed into the passenger seat, thanking me profusely. "Thank you so much," he said, his voice warm yet tinged with sadness. "I've been trying to get home for hours." As we drove, he began to share stories about his family. He spoke of his parents with a deep respect and affection, describing them as hard-working and loving people who always put family first. He mentioned his younger sister, who he adored and felt a strong protective instinct over. His stories were heartfelt, and his old-fashioned manner of speaking was charming. I found myself drawn into his world, feeling a deep sympathy for his struggles. "My family is everything to me," he said quietly, looking out the window as the dark countryside passed by. "I'm just trying to get home to them." Suddenly, he asked me to stop by a cemetery. His request was unexpected, and a chill ran down my spine. "I need to visit a grave," he explained, his voice earnest and pleading. Though uneasy, I agreed, and we pulled up to the cemetery gates. The iron gates creaked open as we entered, the car's headlights casting long, eerie shadows across the tombstones. I turned to ask him which grave he needed to visit, but he was gone. My heart skipped a beat as I looked around, confused and disoriented. I got out of the car and called out for him, but there was no response. The cemetery was silent except for the rustling of leaves in the cold night breeze. Walking among the tombstones, my eyes fell upon a particular grave. The name on the tombstone matched the name he had given me, and there was a picture of him etched into the stone. The dates indicated that he had died over 50 years ago. My blood ran cold, and as I realized the young man I had picked up was not of this world, feeling a sense of profound sadness and a chill that cut to my bones, I hurried back to my car. As I drove home, my mind raced with the night's events. I was shaken to my core, unable to comprehend the reality of what had happened. The ghostly hitchhiker's stories replayed in my mind, and I couldn't shake the feeling of his presence. From that night on, I never picked up hitchhikers again. The experience left an indelible mark on my soul. Sometimes, late at night when I'm driving alone, I catch a glimpse of his reflection in my rearview mirror. He smiles, sadly, his eyes filled with a longing that transcends time. It's a reminder of the connection we shared, however brief, and the unresolved yearning of a soul trying to find its way home.